Arkham here. In this video, I'm going to run you all through exactly what you need to do to get started with the Descendants of Lattasel. First thing is you're going to want to go to our website, which can be found at the URL up here, and I'll link it in the description as well. First thing you're going to see, I'm assuming, is this Join Us button. So go ahead and click that, and that'll take you to our application. So right here, we're going to put in a username, and it pre-filled those because of Google Chrome. So we're going to put in a username here, and we're going to apply. So there we go, and put in an email address and a password, and it's going to register. And so that's for registering to the forum. And right down here in these sections are where you're going to be actually applying to the guild itself. And this is the section that either Valeria or Galexia or one of the other officers will be looking at to determine whether or not you're a good fit for the Descendants. So make sure you read everything, and I'm going to fill one out right now just to guide you through it a little bit. What is your username in ESO? So my username in ESO is @Mr. Crixby, so type it like that. Make sure you have the @ symbol. And your character's name, so I'm going to make a application for my alternate character, so I'll put in her information. What race? Altmer. And do keep in mind that we are a Aldmeri Dominion guild. And we will welcome other ones as long as you're not an Argonian. You'll be labeled a vanity pet. In the interest of preserving our guild's roleplay focus, who is your character? What are their beliefs and values? What was their childhood like? Who are their parents? Now, this section here, we want to be very thought out. We want to know about your character, not you. So I'm going to put in a very shallow backstory for Astari. So I'm going to say Astari was raised in Somerset Isle in the city of Shimmerine to a father named O'Kale. And now what I would also do here is I would recommend including a bunch of traits about your character, maybe what your character is good at, but I just want to emphasize here, do not try to tie your character into the main storyline of the game. That's not what we're looking for. So the next section here, what are you interested in participating in? If you couldn't tell, we are a role-playing guild. So you can pretty much go ahead and just check the first 4. This is a little bit of a joke in case you didn't pick up on that. And then this part right here is actually the important ones. I like to PvP and PvE, so I'm going to go ahead and click both of them. But if you don't like one, don't click one of them. And then what is your general availability? Right here, pretty self-explanatory. Just click the boxes that say when you're available. What sort of gaming experience do you have? List MMOs and single-player games. So this is where you would say, I've played Skyrim, I've played Oblivion, I've played Morrowind, or I've, talk about you played World of Warcraft, you played PvP on some other MMOs, stuff like that. What age group? Any of those. We do have an age requirement of 16 years, so if you click this one, your chances to get accepted are pretty slim. How did you hear about us? Lots of options. Just choose where you heard about us. And what platform will you be playing on? We are a PC-based guild, so if you are on Xbox One or PS3, just don't even bother. So let me just fill these in here. I'm just going to write Skyrim, obviously include more than that. And I'm going to fill in my activity. And then make sure you type in the security thing, make sure you're not a robot, and then you hit register. And then you got to verify your email. So you would just go to your email, and I'll do this part off camera, or that application doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and log into my actual account. So if, per se, you were already registered and you had been accepted, what you would do is you would go to the login here, just log in, And now this will bring us to our main page. On the main page, you're going to see our banner, all these buttons here, whoever's online. Right now it's myself and Dovahkiin. Right here, this thing's pretty cool. It's a little bit just a lore type deal about the guild. And then over here you'll find any threads that were recently posted to. Right here is the shout box. Feel free to type in the shout box, but try to keep the messages short and sweet, and definitely don't spam it. And if you scroll down here to the middle is the news feed. It's going to tell you like this person joined, Dova posted this video, Valeria created a new thread for patch notes, I posted a video. So just stuff like that will be down there. And if you have some important news that you feel like you need to share, go ahead and put it in there. The next place we're going to look here is we're going to look at the roster. On the roster, it's going to tell you the leaders, the officers, and then everybody else. And if you notice, they are in here by their character's name. So we have about, I think it's 26 people in here, or something like that. I don't feel like counting. But if we go over here, we see we have 42 members. So why are there way more in here than on here? Well, that's because this is set up to show your character. So as soon as you join the guild, what you're going to want to do is go up to the top right here where it has your login name and click My Characters. This will take you to a screen that looks like this, and you're going to want to add a character for the Elder Scrolls, and then the character's name, and the character's level. I think she's level 7. It won't let me do it because I already made one, so I'll just add another E. And then you just put in the information about your character. And then you can obviously upload a picture of your character. And then you just hit add character right there, and it'll add the new character to your list right here. And if you look, I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But if you look right here at this character, you'll see I have a picture of a Narcum taken in-game. It's just something nice to have. I guess you don't really have to do it, but it's nice. So we see, like, that's what Valeria actually looks like. That's what Rashad actually looks like. They're characters, of course, I mean. So the next place I'm going to take you is to the forums. There's 3 forums that I want to point out here first. So we're going to go into the welcome section. And in the welcome section, we have a forum called Let's Start Getting to Know Each Other, and this is a forum where you can go and just say a little something about yourself. And this is also a good place to go when you first get started if you want to learn something about your new guildmates. So you would just go all the way to the end here, and then post a new reply. And then write in here just whatever about yourself, you as a person, what you like to do, what your name is, where you're from, stuff and things like that. So feel free to do that when you join, we'd appreciate it. The other place I want you to check out is if you scroll down, you can go to the general tomfoolery area and the come out wherever you are thread. On this thread, people post pictures of themselves just so you can put a face to the voices. So you can go ahead and post a reply to this forum as well. And if you want to add a picture, you click this button right here to add an image, and then just select it from your computer. And the last and possibly the most important thread on this forum is the rules page. It has all the guild rules, and they're actually still under editing as well, so there will be more added. And if you don't feel like reading this for yourself, I will include a link in an annotation and in the description of a video where I read them to you in a summed up version. So the next place I'm going to take you is to the events calendar. This calendar is very important. It's going to keep you up to date on whatever's going on. Be sure to check it like daily, every couple days if you can. So I see today is here, and I see in a couple days we're going to have recruit training, which we do every Friday. And I know I'm going to be able to attend, so what I want to do is I want to go in here, and I'm going to click Set Status. Now I'm already set to attend, but if I was set to not attending, and I click Set Status, there would be a button here that said Set to Attending. And then when I look at my character, Anarchum, right here, it tells everybody that Anarchum will be there. Now it is important, however, that if you specify that you will be attending on any event, that you do attend. If you, for whatever reason, are suddenly not able to, make sure you let somebody know. So that's pretty much it for the website here. The next thing that I want to show everybody is how to register on Tamriel Foundry. So we're going to go to forums, and we're going to go to any forum, I believe. Yep. And it's in the global announcements. So you click updating Tamriel Foundry, and then you click the link that Rashad provided right here, and it'll take you to Tamriel Foundry. And you're going to have to register an account on here, which is very easy. You just give a username, email address, password, and password. Agree, agree. And then that's an Argonian. That's their not a robot thing. And then once you've created your account, you log in. And then once you've logged in, you'll go ahead and I'm just going to follow the link that Rashad gave again. So I'm going to go back to the welcome, Tamriel Foundry, and linked here. Alright, so this will take us directly to the Descendants of Lattasel Tamriel Foundry page, which is our main way to recruit new members. So one of the requirements to be able to be promoted in the guild to a higher rank is to be registered on Tamriel Foundry. So what you need to do is you need to go onto here, and there will be a button right here where I just click to leave that says request membership, and it will send well, application request. Just let them know that it's me, Anarchum. And then you send the request, and Drasnol or Galexier will accept you so that you can be on Tamriel Foundry as well. And like I said, we just need this because this is our main source of recruiting new members. So the next place I want to take you is to the YouTube channel. So if you go to the Descendants of Lattasel main page, scroll down, you'll see on the left here there's a link to YouTube, or you can also go to youtube.com/Lattasel, and it'll take you here. And on this YouTube page, which I'm assuming since you're watching this video you've already seen, but you will find updates that I will be posting about the guild, and you'll also find videos by other Descendants and PvP and PvE videos once they've been uploaded, as well as roleplay videos. Once we have done those, we're just getting started with the YouTube channel. Alright, very last thing, but definitely not the least important, is the Teamspeak. So I did not mean to close the internet. Right here we have Teamspeak. How do we get Teamspeak? Well, we go into the forums again, and you can go to any of these, and it'll be in the global announcements, Teamspeak 3 info. You can download Teamspeak at the link that Galexier provided, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And then make sure you get your appropriate version. And then to join our Teamspeak channel, you're going to go to this address, so just copy this. And you can ignore the password, we removed it. And you're going to go open up Teamspeak, hit connections, connect, and then you paste that address right there. And you type in a nickname. Now you see I have my character name in here, and that is to avoid confusion because we use Teamspeak in-game. And then I also, to avoid further confusion, I have included my forum name in parentheses, just so people know who Anarchum is. And then you hit connect. And then you will be connected, and you can switch to different channels. by right-clicking on a channel and pressing switch to. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for checking out this video, and I hope it helped out. Keep your eye out on this YouTube channel for any future updates, and have a good day.